You're not lame. So, who here gets angry? Angry over anything. Facebook posts, Twitter. Lish, did you have lotion on your hands? Amanda, come on. Anger. See? Lotion. Angers me. But anyway, we all get angry while driving. Who here gets angry while driving? Yeah. During the marriage simulcast, Jimmy said we are not Christians when we're driving because the anger just pours over us when we're driving because people do some dumb things. So all these things might make us angry every once in a while, but Friday, talking about driving, I was driving my wife home from school, and that day it had been snowing. Highway wasn't too bad. I was going 65, and she leans over to me and says, "You're going too fast." I'm a guy. Never going too fast. So I got angry with her. We proceeded to have an argument for about 10 minutes in the car. I got home, whole rest of the night I ignored her. It was my daughter's 5th birthday. So it made for a wonderful night because driving got me angry. And just a couple little words from her really ticked me off. So it brings me to my first point. When you get angry, do not sin. So when you take a look at the Bible shows us that even God gets angry. But God gets angry over the right things. God gets angry over domestic violence. God gets angry over road rage. Like, he gets mad at us because we're not doing it right? We're not driving the way we should be because we're cussing at people, maybe showing them they're number one. We shouldn't be. But God gets mad, like, when anger starts, he gets mad at us when anger starts to control us. And when anger starts to control us, that ain't good. Because the worst of us comes out when we're angry. So, who in here likes sports? Softball, baseball, basketball. We all have a team that we get hyped up about. We also have that team that gets us mad when we're watching them. My favorite thing is to scream at the TV when they're not doing what I want them to. Horrible idea. So back before I knew Jesus, I had a lot of anger. I still do, but I'm trying to control it better. But back then, I didn't control it well. I was, depending on who you asked, I was a borderline alcoholic. And daily, I would drink, and then sports would come on. I'd yell at the TV. Well, yelling at the TV turns into throwing things. Throwing things turns into punching things. One time, I put my head through a window. Yep. That's some real anger. I was drinking, so that kind of sparked a fuse. But I was angry enough over a football game to put my head through a window. It cost me an ambulance ride because I split my forehead open. I got 4 stitches in my wrist because when the glass came down, it hit me. But I'm learning to control that. And I like to put a handcuff on the devil because he sure is a liar. You know, I wear this bracelet. My father gave it to me. It says, "God's got this." And right where that bracelet is where I got cut. I had my 4 stitches. I wear it on my left hand for a reason. Because I know God's got this now, and the devil will not overtake me anymore. Psalms 37:8. Simple. Stop being angry. Turn from your rage. Do not lose your temper. It only leads to harm.
You don't throw pass when you have Marshawn Lynch.
What was that?
You do not throw a pass at the goal line when you have Marshawn Lynch. That's the game?
That escalated quickly. You do not throw a pass at the goal line, right? So that quick, obviously he had to have some drinks in him because that was just ridiculous. But that quick, anger just got a hold of him. It controlled him. And it took him past the breaking point, and he threw himself through like a 56-inch TV. Come on, man. So in that video, Ephesians 4:29, I know you don't have it, but don't use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful so that your words can be encouragement to those who hear them. When I was doing that stuff, you know, everybody, let's be real. I wasn't using the language I should have been. I had an 18-month-old baby, Kaylee. And that's the stuff I was doing because I let anger control me. We can't let anger control us because we break 56-inch TVs. Ephesians 4:31 says, get rid of all bitterness. That's key because how many times have we seen on Facebook or at our job, somebody gets promotion and you don't. You got that bitter heart that's like, man, I deserve that. Or you see the Facebook post and you're like, man, that girl can't be talking about me like that. Or, you know, Lakeshore's not as good as St. Joe, whatever. Don't get mad. Rage. Get rid of all rage. If you don't have rage in your heart, you're not going to be putting yourself through a TV or a window, right? Get rid of all anger, harsh words, and slander, as well as all types of evil behavior. Because when you got the evil in your heart, you're going to act on it, whether you mean to or not. Because anger grabs and pokes at that point where it's just going to go crazy because it keeps poking at you. The devil's like, this gets you angry, doesn't it? Playing Madden football on the Xbox gets me angry. I've thrown a few controllers, not anymore. So Ephesians 4:26, and don't sin by letting your anger control you. That's good. 1, when you get angry, do not sin. 2, do not let the sun go down on your anger. So it seems to me everybody has something that we carry with us that gets us angry. Whether it's our parents. I know when I was your age, my parents made me mad all the time. Can't go to this, can't go to that. Is your room clean? No, my room ain't clean, but I still want to go. But we have that anger that sits there. And there's a lot of issues that come from anger. Because when we're angry at people, we tend to hurt people when we're angry, right? So I have a family member and a friend who lets anger control him. And every once in a while, the anger flares. And he doesn't mean to do bad things, but he does them because the devil has a foothold on him. And with foothold, we'll get to that in a second. So anger is okay as long as it doesn't become sin. So when does anger become sin? Anger becomes sin when it's self-centered. When we're angry at Facebook, we're angry at the TV, we're angry at our friends. But what we should be angry about is human trafficking. We should be angry about child pornography. That's horrible, yo. I saw a video the other day on YouTube of a nanny over in like Germany or something. The kid was sleeping, woman came up and kicked her in the head on the ground. It's like, that woman has an angry heart. And someone needs to come talk to her to get that out. Because if we know somebody that's angry, you can see it on them. Wherever they're at, they're going to be angry. They're going to be mad. They're going to have bad days all the time. Go talk to them. Because all it could take is someone to go talk to them to turn that bad day around, to stop them from doing harm. Because you never know. You could be walking down the street one day and this guy bumps you in the shoulder and like looks at you and says, "What's up, man?" That guy could be going to do some potential harm to somebody. If you just talk to him like, "Hey, I'm sorry," maybe you could strike up a conversation, maybe that can stop some potential harm to a lot of people. We need to have that kind of attitude when we're out and about. Because you never know when that somebody has anger in their heart that might act on it. So self-centered anger. I've been at Whirlpool now for almost 4 years. And I was a contract employee for a year, and then Whirlpool hired me. I was 22 years old, getting hired by Whirlpool with a GED, no college education, and I got hired into Whirlpool. I was pretty excited. So then I've been at Whirlpool now under Whirlpool, not the contract company, for 3 years. And I've been in the same position for 3 years. And it took my anger and flipped my switch. See, I got angry because I wanted a promotion. I've been in the same spot for almost 4 years. And I wanted that promotion. But I wanted it because I've been there for 4 years. I didn't want it because I deserved it. I thought I did. But then I took a step back and looked at it, and I was like, maybe there's a reason why I'm not getting promoted. So I had to change my heart, the way I looked at work, to be able to get to the next step. Because when you got that selfishness in your heart, like, I deserve this, I should be to the next step, that's self-centered anger. That's sin. We can't do that. So Ephesians 4:26 through 27 says, "Don't let the sun go down while you're still angry, for anger gives a foothold to the devil." Friday night when I got mad at my wife because she said I was driving too fast, I wasn't driving too fast, I went to bed mad. The next morning, guess what? I was still mad. I spent almost 48 hours ignoring my wife because I was driving too fast. I mean, it's just silly. So we all go through anger sometimes that maybe we shouldn't. But kind of take a step back and look at that anger. It's like, are we getting angry at school because someone's talking about us? I had that a lot. People would talk about me. I have messed up teeth. You know what? I got my front tooth caught in a basketball hoop. That's when my tooth's messed up. People didn't know that. They just wanted to talk smack and make funny jokes at me. If you want to make a funny joke at my teeth, I've probably heard it. So go ahead. I'd like to hear a new one. Nate, I want a new one. Thanks, buddy. But, people are going to talk. Let them talk. Just go brush it off every day. Because their anger is going to get inside of you, and then you're going to get angry. And then you're going to act on that anger towards them. But we can't do that because it gives a foothold to the devil. 1, when you get angry, do not sin. 2, don't let the sun go down on your anger. And 3, don't be the grudge holder. How many times have we been wronged by someone, whether it's family, friends, whoever, that we get mad and we hold on to that anger? For what? It's not worth it. That anger is only bad when you act on it. Anger's okay. It's okay to get angry. Don't act on it, right? Don't be the grudge holder that holds on to that anger for so long that you don't talk to people. Like, when you get mad and they wrong you, you need to go up to them and just fix the situation. Because if not, you're going to hold on to that anger, right? And once you hold on to it, it's bad. So in that quarter second after you've been wronged or disrespected by somebody, you have to make a choice. Are you going to blow up or are you going to forgive that person? When I was non-Christian, I'd blow up. But we can't because it shows, we need to show the people around us who the bigger person is, right? If we're getting mad and blowing up on people, they're the bigger person because they've poked us strong enough and long enough that they've won. And that's not them winning, that's the devil winning. Because the devil's poking you. It ain't him or her that's poking you. The devil's poking you. And you've got God on your side to tell you that it ain't worth it. So we get mad at people all the time. But don't let you be the one to hold the grudge. Let them be the one to hold the grudge and go confront them over that. You need to let it go. We need to just let it go. Kindness and compassion is what we need consistently in our life so we can be like Jesus. Like I've said, Jesus gets mad, but Jesus gets mad over the right reasons. We need to get mad over the right reasons. So Ephesians 4:31 through 32. I only gave you 32, it's okay. Get rid of all bitterness, rage, anger, harsh words, and slander, as well as all types of evil behavior. Instead, be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God through Christ has forgiven us. So who in here likes baseball? Anyone? Anybody know who Mickey Mantle is? One of the greatest baseball players of all time. Well, I was reading up on him, I was doing my research for my sermon, and an autobiography by Billy Martin told about a hunting trip in Texas with Mickey Mantle. So I'm just going to read this real quick. Mickey had a friend who let him hunt on his ranch. When they reached the ranch, Mickey told Billy to wait in the car while he checked in with his friend. Mantle's friend quickly gave him the permission to hunt, but he asked Mickey to do him a favor. He had a pet mule in the barn who was getting blind, and he didn't have the heart in him to take him out of his misery. He asked Mickey to shoot the mule for him. When Mickey came back to the car, he pretended to be angry. He scowled and slammed the door. Billy asked him what was wrong, and Mickey said his friend wouldn't let him hunt. I'm so mad at this guy, Mantle said. I'm going out to the barn. I'm going to shoot one of his mules. Mantle drove like a maniac to the barn. Martin protested. We can't do this, Mickey. You just can't do it. He said, just watch me, as he shouted. When they got to the barn, Mantle jumped out of his car with his rifle, ran inside, and shot the mule. As he was leaving, he heard 2 shots. He ran back to the car. He saw that Martin had taken his rifle out of the car. What are you doing, Martin? Or he yelled at Martin. Martin yelled back with a red face in anger. Well, show that son of a gun. I shot 2 of his cows. Whoops. Anger spawns anger, just as bacteria spawns more bacteria. And our angry culture is spawning more anger, right? So what I mean by this is we are around angry people who tend to get angry too, but for no reason other than the fact that our friend or someone has made us mad, right? Mickey Mantle pretended to be angry. He told his friend that he was mad because his other friend wouldn't let him hunt on his property. And with his fake anger that the other friend thought was real, the dude just lost 3 animals from his farm because anger spawns anger. We need to learn to control it better because if not, we blow up.